Hello guys, it's Captain B, welcome back to the channel. This is the first in our series of a tour of Premier League grounds. We're here at Newcastle Airport. I've found a parking stand that looks like it's suitable for a helicopter. Northumbria Helicopters is usually the place that helicopters operate out of at Newcastle Airport, but I can't find that anywhere, I'm afraid. It's not on flightsim.to either, so we'll just fly out of this stand. So we're in the lovely Patronus livery, which is completely unrealistic, but looks absolutely beautiful. It really does look great, and for all the F1 fans out there, I think you'll agree. It's stunning. It's very, very nice. So let's get into the aircraft. That's interesting, isn't it? Start pushback. We won't be needing that today. We can maybe talk about that on a different video, but that is a fantastic tool. We'll be riding along with this young lady. Do you want to say hello to the followers? Right. Nope. Okay, fine. Have you got a name? What does it say on your t-shirt? Looks like an A, doesn't it? We'll call her Amy, just for the sake of it. Let's just have a look outside and just see where we're at. We're in the, looks like they put us in the car park, which is nice. Maybe this is a helicopter stand, helipad, as I should be saying. Maybe it is. Anyway, so without further ado, let's get cracking. Let's go up. It's a while since I've flown in here, as you can see. Let's go up and get the battery on. We won't do any fire tests today. We want the avionics on. A bit of air conditioning. Amy, do you want a bit of that? She said yes. Ooh, can hear it coming on. That's on the maximum setting, isn't it? We won't be having that on. It's too loud. Prime the engines. What lights do we want on? Yeah. I don't know what fuzz burn is. Anyway, I feel like we should have a light on of some description. Let's see if that is set up correctly. I'm not really a massive expert in the helicopter. I'm still getting used to it. But it should be fairly straightforward to start her up. 1, 2. What we want to do is get the flight plan I've set up. I don't particularly want it on here, I don't think. Now, you did used to be able to just take all the doors off in here, but I'm not going to do that. Doors are installed, which is always good. We take them off. Ah, there we go. Took them off. I want to keep the doors off. I'm going to keep the doors off so we can get a really good view. That's changed quite a bit actually. Anyway, it looks like we're getting going. We want flight planning here. Nope. What about you can have the engines, Amy. There we go. I think that's excellent. That's what I want. And I think we should start following that, I hope. Let's turn these up a notch. There we go. Almost ready to take off. I'll set the barometric pressure just by pressing B, because I think you can do it properly here, but I don't know how to move it. Which is useful. Right, here we go. So, tug driver, thanks for coming. I'm not sure what you're going to do, and see you later, pal. Away we go. Let's go. Let's have a look at the scenery while we're doing this. Out of Newcastle Airport. We are already up to, let's get a bit more on there, on the torque. You want about 40 torque when you're flying along. So this is the H135 Airbus Helicopter that I'm sure you're quite familiar with. Why am I getting some yellow warnings? Fuel 1, P-top 1, heat off. Where's P-top then? No idea. Can we just clear the warnings? Acknowledge. There we go. Alright, that never happened. So we're gaining altitude. It's about 1,000 feet. Fantastic view. Absolutely lovely. Good evening. Right, I'll tell you what I haven't done. I haven't started Rex Weather, which I've paid for, so I am using it. Trust me. Just switching that on now. I don't know whether you'll have the intro thunder. It always scares the hell out of me when that comes on. It's just loading up now. I don't know if you can see this or not. No, you can't. Trust me, I am just loading it. I'm just going to start that up now. The weather may change, or it is a beautifully sunny sky tonight. Right, so what should happen now is I'm going to set navigation, and I'm going to set autopilot, and away we go. And the first leg of the tour, there you go, the weather has just loaded in, so we've got a bit of cloud cover there. We're going to set, let's set about 1,000. Set 1,000 feet. Just bring the torque down to about 40. And we are pitching forward, which is good. We seem to be going completely the wrong way. Why is that then? Right, I just worked that out there, which is good. We weren't on GPS mode. We are now on GPS mode. So we are tracking our first waypoint, which is St James's Park. We're then going to move on to Angel of the North. After that, we will go to what's in the flight plan? Angel of the North, Goodison Park. Can we go down? Oh, we can. Look at that. Anfield, Old Trafford, and then quite amusingly, the Etihad Stadium for Manchester City is not on Flight Simulator. So I've actually imported it in from flightsim.to, and I've had to put in the custom waypoint for it to be able to find it. So I hope it's there. And then at the end, we're going to land back at Leeds Helipad, and then we'll in the second leg of the tour, we will. I can see St James's Park in front. We will do Leeds United, Ellen Road as the first stadium. There's St James's Park on the horizon. I am going to be skipping around this film because you really don't want to be watching the entire journey, I'm sure. So I will be editing the video to make it as short as possible for you guys. So I'll speak to you again when we get to St James's Park. There we are, guys. The Sports Direct Arena, otherwise known as, of course, St James's Park. A beautiful, beautiful sight. We're going to disengage autopilot here, which could be a slight disaster, but I am going to just twist the rudder just to slow us down a little bit, just to get a really good look. Obviously, St James's Park on a match day is full of balding, hairy, aggressive individuals cheering on their team. And the blokes are even worse, I'm afraid. They are even worse. So we're just going to go in and just swoop in and give ourselves a good look round. We've got... I don't want to crash into it, so we'll just be very careful here. Just let's give ourselves a nice little look, make sure we don't drop too far. It is a beautiful stadium, I have to say. You see the away fans there, look, sat on top of the roof. That's the sort of view that they get. We seem to be going backwards here. We need to add a little bit more power. There's an alert out for the majority of Newcastle at the moment for a helicopter that's spiralling out of control. Right, I think we've just about rescued that. Shall we go back in for one more look? Shall we try and get a look out of, what do you think, Amy? Do you want to have a look? What do you think to that? Yeah? Oh, well, no, I can't repeat that. Can't repeat that, I'm afraid. There we go, we're going across sideways. That's the best control I'm going to have, I'm afraid. And there's a big lake there where most of the balls end up, particularly this season, I'm afraid. And then back round again before we feel sick. And down, and we're going to go now to the Angel of the North, and there we can see the Tyne. And we all know the tune, don't we? Obviously, Gazak here from Newcastle, absolute legend, absolute hero, isn't he? He really is. I don't have anything else to say about Newcastle, to be honest. There's the Tyne Bridge, I think. Oh, it's got to be, hasn't it? It's beautiful, though. Really nice. It's not a place I'm bothered about visiting, I'll be honest, but you know that is a lovely stadium. Right, Angel of the North next. Right, Angel of the North next. Here we go. So Angel of the North, you know, it's the largest sculpture in Britain. It was completed in 1998. The work faced considerable opposition during its design and construction. See, I'm just reading our Wikipedia, but I knew nothing about Angel of the North, and I wanted to appear like I did. To be honest with you, trying to find it, the largest sculpture in Britain, couldn't find it at all. I'm just trying to spin round now and see if we can get a really good view of it. Where are we then? Amy, there she is. What do you think to that, Amy? That is rusty, isn't it? I mean, it's certainly big. We're getting a really good view, perhaps too good a view there. We're going to sweep round, see the back of her. And now we're going to panic, and I really don't want to crash. There's some really flat cars on that road. Rest in peace to those guys. But that is well, it is what it is, isn't it? If you want to find a bit more about why they built that complete monstrosity there, please do Google it. But I have seen it in real life, and you know, joking aside, it is quite impressive. Right, back on to the next part of our exciting tour. So here we go, guys. We're just around about 2.5 nautical miles away from Goodison Park, which you can see there in the distance, and of course Anfield as well. Whilst I've been flying along, I have got rid finally of the warning messages. I did work out that I didn't perhaps need the prime fuel on, and I did work out how to get Amy's pitot heat working, which incidentally, if we look outside the helicopter, we can see the pitot tubes. Is it pitot or pitot? But anyway, they are, one there and one there, and I hadn't turned Amy's heat on, unfortunately, so no idea what that would have meant. Who do you support, Amy, out of interest? Never heard of him. So let's go. So we are at 1.7, coming into 1.6 nautical miles, 1,000 feet, 74 knots. We're going to take autopilot off very shortly. We're going to have a good little look around here. We'll swing round and then we'll go straight over Anfield. It is incredible, isn't it, how little distance there is between the two clubs. We can see the EFC coming into view. Obviously, Everton Football Club, home of the music of Z-Cars, with Carlo Ancelotti in charge. We played very well, something like that. Absolutely shocking accent, and I'm sorry if that's offended anybody. So we are coming across, so let's just take off autopilot. This is where we all worry, because I am now in manual control. We're going to take some of that speed down if possible. The way to do that, we could just pull the rudder around. You can see the speed coming down, massively coming down. Obviously we can pull up a little bit and we can get a bit better control. Let's swoop in and get a good view. We will sweep round and have a look at the other side as well, for all the Everton fans that are watching this, which I can't imagine there's very many. We're coming to sweep in there. Lovely looking stadium. It's not quite got the awe of St James's Park, has it? Sorry about that, Everton fans, but it's still a pleasant stadium, as stadiums go. Grass is looking very green. Obviously, it's a very good atmosphere at Goodison Park. But yeah, very nicely modelled indeed. Just getting a tour around there, and we're going to head off. We'll now head off to Anfield. And there's the famous Everton badge. Where's Anfield gone again? It's massive, you can't miss it. There it is. I do believe, has it got the new stadium, the new work that they've done to one side of the seating area? Has it got that installed? You know, we're going to get there, and I'm not going to be able to tell you anyway. Is that the where's the cop? I mean, it's obviously the best time to visit Anfield, isn't it? Not a single Scouser in sight. That is the best time to visit. That must be... That's not the cop. That is the new stand. Fine. Which side is the cop then? Well, I have to be honest, who cares really? But let's have a good look round. Interesting, the nets there in red and white, which I've never seen. That's interesting. But it does look very impressive, and not a single hubcap in sight. There we go. So let's swoop over Anfield and all the Scousers, and let's drop the toilet contents. Only kidding. Right. So let's go back onto autopilot, and we're on our way to Old Trafford. I shall see you very shortly when we get there. Well, welcome back, guys. Here we have, of course, in the distance, the next leg. It's, of course, Old Trafford. Amy has told me to apologise for my previous comments. Of course, I will. They were factually inaccurate. We don't have a toilet on board. So there is Old Trafford. We're going to just zoom around that. Of course, this is the home of the Premier League champions. Yeah, a long time ago, unfortunately. But there we go. Let's have a good swoop around. It is an impressive stadium, around 76,000 individuals. Our next stop will, of course, be Manchester City. As I did say, the game didn't put Manchester City in. They're not really here, so we have had to put a custom waypoint in. But I've also had to download the stadium from flightsim.to. But it does look quite impressive, so I'm quite excited about looking at that. So we're 1.3 nautical miles away. We'll just take autopilot off then, and let's just swoop in nicely. Let's just come in on Amy's side. What do you think, Amy? Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, yeah. You can't say that about the owners, Amy. No. You know, they're doing their best. Yep, I know the roof's completely leaking. The whole stadium's really rusty, and the fans are completely utterly disfranchised. But they are doing their best, Amy. Let's not judge them too much. Right, so here we go. We're just zooming in. We're just again going to slow it down just a little bit, just so we can. There's the Etihad sponsor, you can see. Shall we just do a sweep round there? Famous Stretford end, I think, is the other side. Let's just bring the nose up. Sweep it all the way around. Stadium should now come into view. There it is. There's the Stretford end. That's magnificent, isn't it? And that is Gary Neville's hotel right there, look. Gary Neville and Chums. I can't afford to go in there, I'm afraid. Very expensive. Aeroflot is in the sponsored in the car park. That's interesting. It's beautiful, actually. A beautiful evening because the sun is just setting, which is very nice indeed to see. There we go. Just checking them spot Manchester right, which they have. It's a very good recreation, I have to say. Very good indeed. Let's now move on. Let's now move on to Manchester City. Now we've timed this just right for the start of a match, and I've been assured that the crowd is at full capacity. So let's have a look at that when we get there. which is only about 3 nautical miles away. So we're just taking the torque down just a little bit. Usually I like to fly in about 40 torque. Why are we? We're not. We're not actually going anywhere, are we? We're just stationary here. Let's just. All right, give it a bit more power then. Okay. A bit more. Nope, we're just static, so we'll take off autopilot and just put the nose down. And then maybe we can start to get moving. There we go, let's try it now. As the autopilot jolts into action there. Helicopter doesn't seem to want to go to the Etihad Stadium, which is a little bit strange, isn't it? I think we can just see it in the distance there. So are we on the right track? I think that might be it there. And as I said, somebody has handcrafted this. That is the stadium, because I recognise the deluded fans. No, sorry, the 3 blue and white pillars there, coming across Manchester City Centre as well, I believe. Going slightly too fast there. We just nudge it down just a little bit. And we are 2.2 nautical miles. This is the last stadium of our trip. We'll be going to land at Leeds Bradford Helipad, which is right next door to Leeds Bradford. Of course, the ICAO for that is EGNM. That's Echo Golf November Mike. So if stick around to see how well I stick the landing. I'm really looking forward to that. Okay, 1.5 away. This is going to look at that. This is going to look very impressive. In the actual game, it's just a flat. It's just a flat image. The campus is there as well. Yeah, it's very impressive. Actually, looking at that, great work. I really should credit the creator, but it's the top ranked version of Etihad. So well done if you're watching this video, which of course is highly unlikely, but you know, well done anyway. So we're going to take autopilot off now, so we can just get a better view. We'll just take the power down a little bit. Or maybe we'll go right over the top of it. I believe that is the campus there. Right over the top. And that is fantastic work. Really, really impressive stuff. Somebody has created that. Let's get the helicopter under control a little bit more. Yeah, that is... I feel like Alan Partridge now. That is mighty fine work. Really, really good. Fantastic. Right, let's go and land this baby. I'll see you on landing, because I think we've got about 30 miles to the next waypoint. So here we are, guys. We're coming into we're in Leeds, coming into Leeds Bradford. The sun there is just setting, as you can see. Very nice indeed. Some of the lights are on. We've got some landing lights on and a strobe on as well, and some of the lights are on across Leeds. And that does look very nice indeed, doesn't it? A little bit nervous about a landing, I'm not going to lie, because I've not really done that many. What does that say? Landing on... Oh, that must be the landing light, which is fine. Now we will see Leeds Bradford Airport to our right hand side. As we can see on the map that I'm just showing you now, we will cross over the runway and we will land at EG26, which is, as I said, is a customised heliport at Leeds Bradford Airport. So we've still got around 4 nautical miles to go, but when we do cross the runway, which you can see in the distance there, then we know we are very, very close indeed. I'm just going to make sure, Amy, you've got your seatbelt on, haven't you, because this could get quite interesting. Yeah, she's buckled up. It's gone right through her, actually. That's quite safe, isn't it? I've got mine on. We're doing about 78, 79 knots. And yeah, I've really enjoyed the flight, enjoyed the scenery. I took the doors off. We didn't really use that very much, did we? But look at that for a view. That is very nice. I think that might be Emley Moor right there in the distance. That's Emley Moor Tower, which again is a download from flightsim.to, but it's right there. But look at that view with the sunset as well. Very pretty indeed. So we've got 2.8 nautical miles to London. I believe that could be the runway there for Leeds Bradford. It must be. I may need to start slowing us down very shortly. Good job it's not quite dark yet. I don't think I'd be even attempting this in the dark. Particularly this is the first time I've landed, but I do want to land here because this will be perfect for the next leg of the tour. We'll be starting with Ellen Road and we'll take it from there for 5 more Premier League club football grounds. We're still on target, aren't we? So I'm going to use the map just so I know when we cross the runway. And we're just crossing it now, so we can see. Let's just sit on our cushion again. We can see that is Leeds Bradford right there. Slowing down nicely. Let's take that torque down a little bit more. Drop it right down. Just as we approach, come across the runway. Just nudging it up ever so slightly because we've lost a bit of speed there, but we seem to be coming in alright, don't we? Completely off the flight plan there. But according to this we are quite close, 1.2 nautical miles away. Let's take the autopilot off and let's get this moving. We need a bit more torque. We've got it. Now, can we find where we're supposed to land? Leave the map on because I haven't got a blooming clue where we are. You know, if it all goes wrong, guys, I'm just going to find a field and stick it down, right? I mean, that's the versatility of a helicopter, isn't it? No need to stress. So we're going to cross the runway. I just think we've got that about right. So where is the helipad? .4 nautical miles away. Could just land it in that car park. That's probably a nice hotel there. I can stay there tonight, no problem. I think they're around the back of this road right here. Is it in that field? Supplying a little bit more power. Need a little bit more power there. Okay, this is interesting. Can we just get a view on where we're supposed to be putting her down? That'll be there. Well, we've found it. We've found it. It's that big triangle. Really impossible to miss. Here we go. Hold on, Amy. Okay, we're just taking a look at the field a little bit. All right, that's fine. Amy, we're down. I mean, we're about in the vicinity. What do you think? Do you want to walk to there? Yeah, we'll have a wander down. So it's a nice field, this. So we'll stick with. It's just got a sunroof on it. Very nice indeed. I'll tell you what, Amy. Let's shut the helicopter down. Presumably that's some of these buttons, is it? I'll tell you what. No, it's not. We know what we're doing. We're all right. Oh, nobody in the back. It might have fallen out, to be honest, based on that landing. Can we just get back to the cockpit? Thank you. Let's shut down. Let's shut down, Amy. Everything's fine. Look, we can walk there. We can get a nice cup of coffee. Although you might not want one at this stage of night. Let's see if the rotor blades are slowing down. Ah, right. That, yes. Obviously, I meant to park here because this is a fuel box, I think, isn't it? Or something like that. So I did mean to park right next to that, which is good. So we've stopped. I can hear some crickets, which is not particularly realistic for Yorkshire. But let's switch off everything we switched on before. Oh yeah, that's the fire test. We don't want that, do we? Switch that off, and then the logbook comes on. So I hope you've enjoyed that tour. I have to say I've absolutely been really impressed by these stadiums. Please do subscribe if not already, because I'd love to see you again. And we'll just leave the final word and the final. Well, let's have a look at the final view, shall we? Let's just zoom out a little bit and look at the successful landing there. I think most of the helicopter is behind us because we've dropped most of it. But Amy, you got any final words? What? Oh, that's not very nice, Amy, is it? But anyway, thank you for joining me, Amy. It's been an absolute pleasure. You can take your headset off now. Thanks a lot, guys, and I'll see you very soon for the next leg.